When the fuel pump dies, it's not always the pump. Sometimes the brain controlling it quits first. A lot of people hear fuel problem and immediately replace the fuel pump. But on many modern cars, the pump isn't powered directly like the old days. There's a fuel pump control module, FPCM, that acts like a smart power controller. It adjusts pump speed, monitors current, and communicates with the ECU. When that module fails, the pump may not run at the right speed, may cut out randomly, or may not run at all. And it can look exactly like a bad pump. The good news is the symptoms are often very specific if you know what to watch for. Let's dig a little bit deeper. It's the Car Problems YouTube channel. Subscribe, and let's get started. What the fuel pump control module actually does. Think of the FPCM as a dimmer switch for your fuel pump. Instead of blasting the pump at full power all the time, the module varies voltage or duty cycle so the pump delivers the right pressure for the situation. Light cruise needs less fuel than hard acceleration, so the module changes pump output. This improves fuel economy, reduces heat, and extends pump life. But it also adds a new failure point. If the controller glitches, fuel delivery becomes unstable. Symptom 1. Random stalling that restarts later. One of the most common real-world signs is a car that dies while driving, like someone turned the key off, then restarts after a short wait. A failing module can overheat, lose internal connection, or drop power output, cutting fuel pressure instantly. When it cools, it works again, until the next time it acts up. If your engine stalls but cranks normally afterward and the problem comes and goes, don't assume it can't be fuel. Intermittent control modules can be exactly that. Intermittent. Symptom 2. Long crank or hard starting, especially after sitting. When the module is weak, it may not prime the pump correctly. Many cars run the pump briefly when you turn the key on to build pressure before starting. If the module doesn't provide enough power during that prime cycle, you get long cranking. Sometimes the engine starts on the second try because the first attempt built just enough pressure. A newbie clue: if you turn the key on and you don't hear the usual brief fuel pump hum on cars where it's audible, the module, relay, wiring, or pump may not be priming. Symptom 3. Hesitation, surging, or loss of power under load. A weak module may run the pump okay at idle but fail when demand increases. You'll feel it as hesitation on acceleration, loss of power uphill, or a surge at steady speed like the car can't decide how much fuel it wants. That's because pressure is dropping and recovering as the controller struggles to supply stable pump output. This symptom often gets misdiagnosed as spark plugs, coils, or even a transmission problem because it feels like a stumble. Fuel pressure testing under load is how you separate fuel control issues from ignition issues. Symptom 4. No start with fuel pressure codes or fuel rail pressure too low. When the module fails completely, the pump may not run at all. The engine cranks but won't start because there's no fuel pressure. Many vehicles will store codes related to low fuel rail pressure, pump control circuit issues, or communication errors between the module and ECU. The tricky part is that a dead pump and a dead module can look identical from the driver's seat. That's why diagnosis matters. You want to confirm whether the pump is receiving command and power. Symptom 5. Fuel pump runs only sometimes, or runs at the wrong speed. Some module failures create weird behavior like the pump running continuously when it shouldn't, or not changing speed properly. On certain systems, the pump may sound louder than normal because the module is stuck sending full power. In others, it may be too quiet because it isn't feeding enough power. If the fuel pump sound suddenly changes, especially combined with drivability issues, it's a clue the control side is misbehaving. Symptom 6. Electrical burning smell, corrosion, or water damage near the module. Many fuel pump control modules are mounted in locations that are not kind to electronics, under the car, near the rear, or in areas exposed to moisture and road salt. Corrosion at connectors, water intrusion, or overheated pins can cause intermittent contact and voltage drop. Sometimes you'll see green corrosion, melted plastic, or burned terminals. If the module is mounted externally and the vehicle lives in a salty climate, this becomes an even more common failure path. Replacement cost and what affects the price. Replacement cost depends heavily on the car and where the module lives. Some are easy to access and use simple programming. Others require module coding, calibration, or scanning tool procedures after replacement. In many vehicles, you're typically looking at roughly $250 to $800 total. Parts cost can range from relatively affordable to surprisingly expensive, and labor varies from 10-minute swap to remove panels and deal with corroded fasteners. If programming is required, that adds cost. Also note, if the module failed because of water intrusion or corrosion, you want the root cause addressed and the connector repaired. Otherwise, the new module can fail again. What to check before replacing parts? Before you buy anything, you want evidence. A shop can check fuel pressure, verify pump command, and measure voltage at the pump under load. If the car dies, the best time to test is during the failure. That's when you can prove whether pressure drops because the controller shuts off. A scan tool can also help. Look for rail pressure readings, command signals, and any pump control codes. If the module is losing communication or showing circuit faults, that points you away from the pump itself.